Welcome to the Great Bay Foundation podcast, Social Entrepreneurs. In their own words, Tiffany Bluemle, the Executive Director of Vermont Works for Women, discusses the ways in which her organization's Women's Carpentry program has trained young women and incarcerated women to succeed in non-traditional careers, and also how it's reduced recidivism for women released from prison.
I'm Tiffany Bluemle, and I'm Executive Director of an organization in Vermont called Vermont Works for Women. We were founded 20 years ago to provide training in carpentry. We were founded by a carpenter who wanted to get more women into the field, and she did that not just because she was a carpenter, she loved her work, but in part because she wanted to make sure that women could earn a livable wage and support their families. She saw a lot of women around her in Vermont who were not able to do so, and so she started a program that has grown over 20 years into programming that reaches young girls to also women in prison. And what we try to do with our programs is first change the attitudes that shape women and girls' beliefs about who they can be and what their choices are going to be in their lives, and we try to affect some of the systems that reinforce those notions. We also try to provide them with skills, tools that they can use in the immediate future to support themselves. Some of my satisfaction in seeing our work play out lies in watching a young girl with a blowtorch in her hand weld some metal and take off her mask and say, "Wow, I did that. I was so afraid of the blowtorch before, but I did that." Or seeing the pride of women who are housed in a correctional facility when the house that they've worked on rolls out of the prison gates to its final resting place. There is a significant need in our particular state, given the poverty rate of women, to work in the ways that we're trying to work to improve women's skills and the hopes that women and girls have for themselves. In the prison population, for example, 2/3 of the women who are arrested were unemployed when they were arrested. Of the third of the women who had jobs, they had jobs for 6 months or less. Almost none of them had jobs that had benefits. Clearly, we can affect recidivism rates and incarceration rates if we can help women at the front end get jobs. So that's what we're trying to do, and I think that we've made a lot of headway, but there's still an awful lot of work to be done.
To learn more about the work of the Great Bay Foundation, we invite you to visit our website, www.greatbayfoundation.org.